Hi guys, you are welcome to my channel. Today we'll be looking at how we can trade gold, Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY on the smaller time frames. We are going to take a look at pivot, order blocks, and some other parameters to try to find how we can possibly make some trades on the smaller time frames for these currency pairs. So I'll be starting with gold. We're going to take a look at the monthly time frame first of all to see what has happened with gold, price of gold on the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, we can see that price of gold is currently bullish in the sense that we have price giving us a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we still expect price of gold to continue to go up. But last month being December, we can see we have like a bullish doji. This might be more like an indecision. Price could possibly backtrack, all right, to get some retracement before continuing upward. All right, but that's just a possibility. It's not really likely to happen. It's just a possibility. On the weekly time frame, we can see that the price of gold is currently bullish on the weekly time frame. All right, but we can see what happened last week. We have this bullish doji last week. The bullish pin bar, beg your pardon, last week. This might mean that price might retrace a bit before continuing up, but the bulls are definitely in charge. As you can see that we have more green candles on the screen, and then the bulls are actually in charge. Looking at the daily time frame, we have the daily pivot on the daily time frame, and this blue line is the pivot line. This red line is the resistance, the first resistance, and we can see that price is reacting around the below the pivot line. In as much as price continues to react below the pivot line, might see some level of retracement down to the first support, which is 2050.11 level. But for now, on the daily time frame, what we can see is that the bears are trying to push price downward. So you might want to look at selling the price of gold towards the 2050 area first. Possibly price might find support at this level and move upward. But if price is unable to find support at that level, we have this order block around the 2035 level. That should possibly give price some level of support. But be that as it may, if that order block fails, that particular demand level, if it fails, we have another demand level around the 1986 area where price might likely find support. But be it as it may, we have this ascending trend line, all right, that is between the two other blocks. Price might find a support at the midpoint and then continue upward. But if price does not drop as expected, price will likely go upward, and price might target first. First target might be the high of yesterday, which is a 2078, before the recent high, which is 2088, before price gets to the top, which is 2146.9 level. All right, that's that for the daily time frame. Let's quickly look at what we might likely see on the 4-hour time frame. Let me remove this. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, what do we we can see that the bears are pushing and pushing, all right, for price to find some level of support. You can see the bears stepping in around this point. Okay, the bears stepped in around this point, all right, and then we have another step in by the bears, by the sellers around this point, and we can already see the selling pressure. All right, price has already broken the low of the last bullish candle, so we might see price dropping to our pivot, daily pivot support. All right, but if you look at what we currently have on the screen, we can see that we can see a shoulder, left shoulder around here. This looks most likely to be a left shoulder on the screen, and we can also see the head. Okay, this is like the head, okay, formation on the screen, and then we can see what looks like the right shoulder. For us to have head and shoulder pattern, price pattern. Okay, all right, so if we are going to try to identify the neckline, we could say this is the neckline. So if price breaks the neckline, what can we likely target? We might likely target, let's see where we might target. If price is going to react to the head and shoulder, we might be looking at somewhere around 2032. If price actually going to react to this head and shoulder pattern. All right, but let's look at the other blocks on the 4-hour time frame. We have the demand, the immediate demand level around here. Okay, that's the 2053 level. We also have another demand level very close by, 2048. Then we have another demand level close by around here, that's 2040. Okay, so we have so many buyers lined up below trying to take price. If price you spike downwards, buyers are waiting to push price back upward. Of course, we have this supply area here, and we have another supply area here. So on the 1-hour time frame, what do we have? For the 1-hour time frame, you can see that price, the bears, the sellers are coming in, and we can see a high, a low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, lower high. Of course, we might be seeing a lower low very soon. So if you want to trade gold for now, look at try to sell gold for now, but don't hold on to your sell trade. You might look at buying. You might look at buying in the long run, but in the short run, look at selling gold for now. On the 30 minutes time frame, we can see that the sellers are trying to come in. They're trying to come in. Let me try to remove. Let me remove this shape. Okay, remove this. Let me remove this. We want to remove this as well. Okay, so on the 30 minutes time frame, if you want to trade gold, look at selling gold for now. On the 30 minutes time frame, look at selling gold for now as the bears step in. On the 15 minutes time frame, you can see price forming high, low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low. We can see more lower lows, meaning the structure is to the downside. So you might consider selling gold. You can see as we enter into the London session, bears are coming in. We have more red candles on the screen. So that's that for the analysis on gold. Let's look at gbpusd. On the monthly time frame, we can see that price is ranging. On the weekly time frame, you can see this downward leg, and we can see a retracement. This is a retracement for now. And the retracement on the weekly time frame of this down leg is 61. Price got to around the 61.8 Fibonacci level, and price is trying to backtrack. So we might look at we might want to wait for the breakout of this range. Either it breaks out to the top side or breaks out to the downside before we make a decision on the weekly time frame. Or on the daily time frame, you can see that the buying pressure has reduced as sellers try to step in. Look at these candles around here. More like we are having like a range, and whatever happens in this range for gbpusd, wherever price breaks out of this particular range will determine the direction of trade. Okay, so if price breaks upward, we might want to go long in the long run. Price breaks downward, we're gonna go short in the long run. But for now, it's ranging. Anything can still happen. But yesterday's candlestick, we are still on the daily time frame. Yesterday's candlestick shows a long institutional candle, bearish candle, showing that the bears stepped in to break more like a trend line around here. Okay, you can see this ascending trend line being broken around here. So that's an indication that sellers have come in. You might want to stop buying gbpusd. Okay, we have excuse me, I beg your pardon. We have a high around here. We have a higher, we have a low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Now we can see a break below this recent low, so we can call that a break of structure. All right, more like a change of character. So price might range a bit before we find direction, but the likely direction might be upwards in the long run, but we might see a retracement before price picks some level of demand and starts to go up. That's the daily time frame. Also, the daily time frame, we have the pivot. This is the daily pivot. The blue line is the daily pivot at 1.26624. All right, price has moved towards it and it might react. At this pivot, we might see price dropping to support, daily support at 1.25655. But resistance, daily resistance at 1.27149 for gbpusd. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see price giving us like a bearish structure where we have a high, a low, lower high, lower low. We might see a lower high, then we might see a break of price downwards for us to get a lower low. But for now, a descending trend line is being created, and in as much as price reacts to this descending trend line, that has a confluence with a ascending trend line around here. In as much as price reacts to this and we see something like this and then price starts to drop, then we are rest assured that the bearish structure may likely continue. On the 1-hour time frame, what do we have? Price on the 1-hour time frame, price is ranging on the 1-hour time frame. We have the pivot at 1.26624. Price might get to the pivot and starts to drop. A break below the recent low, which is at 1.26107 will signify a break of structure for GBP USD. Excuse me, beg your pardon. All right, let's take a look at the 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame shows a down leg. Look at this down leg. All right, downward pressure of price broke structure around here. We can see this particular pressure around here shows no bullish candle formation. So what we are seeing currently is a retracement. We are seeing a retracement where the buyers try to come in, and then the sellers will find the selling point somewhere around there. And the impulse, this is like an impulsive move of price. The impulse will continue. On the 15 minutes time frame, what we are currently experiencing is a retracement where buyers are trying to, cover for the movement around here. So on the 15 minutes time frame, it's obvious that the trend is bearish, and the retracement of this movement, of this price movement around here, has gotten to the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level. Price might actually get to that's the 30.2% Fibonacci level at 1.26678 before sellers step in and then push price downward. So overall, for now, look for selling opportunities on GBP USD. Let's quickly take a look at Euro USD. Euro USD on the monthly time frame is also ranging, just like what we have for GBP USD. On the weekly time frame, we have a range where we can see the break of this trend line around here. You can see a break of trend line, of the ascending trend line around here, happening around here for Euro USD. But the buyers were able to step in and push price up. But for now, we have a range in place. On the daily time frame, we can see that yesterday's candlestick, it's an institutional candle, and we have like a three black crows. Okay, this is a reversal pattern, candlestick pattern. So when I see price drop towards the support at 1.09030 level, okay, and then we have this demand level around here. Okay, we have this other block around here. Price might find demand at this particular point for Euro USD. But for now, with this pattern, this candlestick pattern, you might want to look for selling opportunities. The nearest support is at 1.09030 Fibonacci pivot support level. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see this down leg. All right, and we have a break of this structure around here. So price might retrace to this is the support, and it might act as resistance before price drops. But for now, look for selling opportunities on Euro USD. On the 1-hour time frame, the price of Euro USD is currently ranging. We have the range top around here, and we have the range bottom around here on the 4-hour time frame. So the likely direction might be downwards. Okay, might be downwards, but let's wait for the next price movement as event unfolds for the day. All right, on the 30 minutes time frame, Euro USD is still ranging. On the 15 minutes time frame, still ranging, but the likely price direction is to the downside for Euro USD. Lastly, let's take a look at USDJPY. USDJPY on the monthly time frame shows that price got to this point, retrace, and then got to the same point, and also we can see a retracement. All right, but overall direction for USDJPY is bullish. At the end of the day, on the monthly time frame, we might be seeing a double top, but only time will tell. On the weekly time frame, you can see a strong down leg. All right, and price was able to find support at this demand level. All right, and what we are looking at for now on the weekly time frame is like a range. All right, currently last week's candlestick, this bearish candlestick, is currently being engulfed by this week's candlestick. We might see some level of retracement before price continues downwards. On the daily time frame, we can see that today's daily candle open above the daily pivot line. The daily pivot line is at the 141.661 level, and price open above it, and price continues upward. More like price is reacting to this bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, where this green candlestick pattern of yesterday's candle totally engulfed the previous day's candlestick. And we can see price moving towards this order block. We have this particular order block around here on the daily time frame, and price is moving towards it. All right, so you might want to consider buying USDJPY, and don't forget, if USDJPY is going up, of course, gold is negatively correlated to USDJPY. You expect gold to go downwards if USDJPY is going upwards. So for now, price is not likely to get to the daily pivot support, which is at 141.118. Before it can get to 141.118, which is the daily pivot for USDJPY, it needs to get to the pivot line, which is at 141.661. But for now, price is currently above the resistance, pivot resistance, first resistance for the day, and price is still going up. On the 4-hour time frame, what we have, you can see a break of this structure around here. Price broke the structure, and price is still going up. All right, on the 4-hour time frame. So we have a low, a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So price continues to trend upward, more like a reversal, and the movement is kind of strong. You got the bulls, the green candles are kind of pushing up with some kind of pressure towards the top side. Already price is already on the 4-hour time frame, is already at the supply area. These are supply area, price at this area, and price might retrace a bit before breaking this other block. So you might see some level of retracement back to this trend line, and then we might see price going upward. So expect some recovery. Expect some recovery for USDJPY. We have this double bottom. This is the first bottom for USDJPY on the 4-hour time frame. This is our first bottom on the 4-hour time frame for USDJPY. Okay, the first bottom, and this is the second bottom for USDJPY on the 4-hour time frame. So expect price has already broken the neckline and it's going up, so expect price to continue upward towards this order block, this particular order block on the 4-hour time frame. So for now, look for buying opportunities for USDJPY, and if you are buying USDJPY, of course, look for selling opportunities for gold. All right, that's that for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. You can drop comment below the video, ask questions. See you in the next video.